Hello everyone, we're The Right Angle. My name's Peton, or some call me Zack, and I study in DT. And one fun fact about me is that I like to play card games and board games a lot. So let's introduce our other hosts.
Other hosts? Okay, my name is Alan. I also study DET, but he did not elaborate what that means. It's Digital Entertainment Technology.
That.
Yeah, we're in year 2. I guess one fact about me would be I play badminton and I play a lot of video games.
Not so well.
Hey.
No.
She challenged me, so yeah.
You challenged me? What do you mean?
I challenged her. And on our third guest, we have...
Hi,
Third
I'm
host.
CJ. Third host.
Third guest.
I'm CJ. I'm year 2 right now studying interior design.
Wow.
And
Wowzers.
fun fact about me, I don't know, I'm not so funny.
Oh.
I don't know. I play 3 instruments. Piano, guitar, ukulele, and then, yeah.
So this is the first episode of The
The
Right Angle.
We're not taking these L's no more. We're rebranding.
And today we're gonna be talking about...
Being a Zoom student.
Yay!
So first topic, let's talk about academics. So how was it, your Zoom classes per se?
So far, I mean, like, because we have started with, like, you know, COVID and all that. And, like, in terms of having to deal with academics and Zoom, it's just... No. It's hard, because you're not actually physically there learning.
That's what she said.
Hey, yo!
Hey, yo!
Alright.
Wait, hold on.
That took a turn. Okay, let's... Okay, CJ.
Well, I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess. I don't have a lot of classes because I'm in my graduating year.
How about you? Like, what's your experience so far?
For me, it's like, I think the hardest part about having Zoom lessons is like doing presentations in Zoom. Cause yeah, it's a pain in the...
Absolute.
Yeah. So
You just censor yourself.
You can censor for us.
That's their job.
it's been hard to like sit in front of a camera and present, cause it feels like no one's actually listening to you, unlike
Right.
face to face, which is different, cause
They're forced to listen to
yeah, they're forced to listen to you.
Because it's like streaming, essentially. Because, like, when you start off streaming, you're essentially, like, not talking to anyone. Or you have to pretend that you're talking to someone. I guess that goes the same with, like, learning or, like, e-learning. Because you have to, like, talk to people that's probably in mute and, like, doesn't have their cam on. And you're just standing there.
Are you actually talking to a person? Or are they, just not listening?
Exactly.
Right.
It's just it feels like you're presenting, you're talking about something. But who are you presenting it to? Because there's no, physical...
And then gradually you're just like, why am I presenting if they're not going to listen?
True.
It comes back to that. Just for the grade. Do it
Yeah.
for the grades.
Do it for the grades every time.
know.
Just grit your teeth and do it for the grades.
Yeah.
I don't want to fail.
But how about as a design?
Well, for design students, we have a lot of tutorials that is very difficult to handle online. Because even though the teacher is there and our camera is on, so we can see somebody, we can associate the voice to a face.
Wow.
But but then it's difficult for the teachers at least to explain what they mean because they have nothing to write on. Or if they're sharing screen, it's not exactly like it's difficult. Some technical things, like not a lot of my teachers at least know how to teach on Zoom.
Yeah, because
they're
like,
not used to it. Yeah.
because for design, it's like more like practical. You have to like do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you have to show the teacher like how's your
What's
progress
happening, yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, it should be hard doing it on Zoom.
Especially for like some design students that are much better in traditional drawing, like me. I prefer to draw what I'm designing, and I don't have like say a tablet or an iPad or something, so I use paper. So I have to take a photo of the paper every time with a not so good camera.
It's just like a whole process
and then,
to deal with like quality
and then put it
and
on the
sending
PowerPoint,
Yeah, you
and
have
then
to
the
scan
technological
it.
issues. Yeah, it's a bit hard.
And then,
Yeah,
like,
it's a whole lot.
Wi-Fi is another issue because
Wi-Fi,
like
yeah.
Wi-Fi can be so inconsistent, and you're like,
Just get a good
load,
Wi-Fi.
load.
Like I can't hear you. Can you speak up?
And then there's like people with deadline fighters, and you're like trying to.
Oh, don't look at me.
Send. you're trying to like hand in your
Last minute
assignment
work.
last minute.
Don't look at me.
Especially for like art students.
Yeah,
it's
remember how we stayed up all night?
Ah!
That's
is it
all that.
The Sem one
that's
one?
all that for nothing. No, it was like this. Yeah,
Yeah.
someone.
Sem
All
one,
that for
that
nothing.
one.
I need my sleep back.
What did you guys do? What happened?
So
We had like so it was an assignment that required both tech and art combined, but
it was a hard like
our groupmates did not exactly coordinate with us,
And like I know.
and we did
The students.
like we gradually did the work towards the end. We didn't we've discussed it every time we talked about it. They didn't actually send us feedback on what to talk to us, so it just was a pain in the end. And when we actually did it, teachers like, nah man, don't think so, can't present it because you're not here.
yeah, but,
So-
but that night was really good.
That night was
Yeah.
fun. That night was fun. That was worth
The hand on the shoulder.
that was really fun. Don't take
Should
that
I
out
leave?
of Nobody take that out of context.
Yeah. No more details. It's gonna-
We'll save that for another episode.
So what are other things you feel about Zoom or group projects like?
Group projects? Well,
Yes,
because
we talked about our group projects. So.
I'm lucky enough to have no group projects right now
Oh.
because I'm graduating. But then it also is kind of annoying because I don't have a lot of motivation. So if there's nobody that's forcing me to cooperate and it's just me that I need to please,
Okay.
it's really a pain in the
It's just ultimately it comes down to like self-control, no?
yeah, which I have none. I have none.
Say some like tips on how you can
Motivation.
stay motivated. Yeah,
Stay
like
motivation. I mean,
some
like,
motivational
okay,
quotes
it
maybe.
Live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love.
I mean, like, okay, it doesn't. Well, motivation is handy, but like, if you don't have the self-discipline as well, how
True.
can you stay motivated?
Yes.
Right.
Like procrastination, it's a major factor because like sometimes you just don't feel like doing it, but like it's a bad habit.
It's like practice. You just have to make a habit out of certain things that you have to do. Just
Yeah.
what gets you up, and then like come down to like what you have to prioritize throughout your day.
Depends on like what you're happy with and like what you want to do, because like something you want to do isn't like technically making you happy, so that's like the hard part of being motivational.
How
Get
can
up-
you do something when you don't want to do it?
Don't enjoy it.
Don't
Yes.
enjoy it at all.
Yes.
So then it just becomes, I don't want to do it, so I'm gonna
It
put
just
it away.
becomes a tedious work that you have to get it done with, that you don't actually have any joy with it.
True.
Yeah, yeah.
You even struggle to wake up in the morning. Like that's also,
Existential dread.
yeah.
Oh, that's a whole other topic.
Okay.
And on next week's episode,
So don't talk about that.
Two
Just
tabs.
find a good environment. Like if
That
your
too.
room is,
Cramped.
cramped or messy, it doesn't make room for an educational environment.
I've seen like some students when we turn our cameras on, they put face masks because they're insecure about their like appearance. So I think like tips on that, I would say, I guess when you're on Zoom, no one really cares too much.
No one's really looking at your face.
Yeah, they're all
If
focused
you're worried about
on
that.
something else.
Yeah,
Exactly. You got
yeah.
your zoom on, but they're not exactly paying attention to like camera. They're
Yeah.
like glance over like who's on, who's the classmates, and then other than that, they'll just go back to their phones.
Yeah, right? Some of my classmates are not even looking at the camera. I guess because they are using monitors, so probably the camera is somewhere else. So they're looking away from the camera. So it's like no one really cares. really.
Or background.
Background.
Or
green screen.
yeah.
Mics. Yeah,
Mics?
like someone forgets to turn off their mic and like we just hear like
Oh, that's
Oh.
not funny. That's painful.
Yeah,
And
them, like,
embarrass-
laughing
You
and
can
stuff.
feel secondhand embarrassment from it,
Yeah.
especially for the teachers. If they don't mute, sometimes you can hear background noise, or like their background noise just is more interesting than the class. You question it. I mean, some teachers are cool. They got their cats, they got their
Yeah,
pets
they got-
and all that, and then they're just like, oh, this
Oh
is
my god, my
this
cat.
is my pet. And they're like, oh, and then we get distracted.
I think it was a working student, and then like they were like
Working?
turn on like camera at work. So like they were a hairdresser. You remember
Yeah!
that?
I think wait, continue.
Yeah. So like I saw them like just working during Zoom, and I was like, oh, wow, this is interesting.
They
Like,
I think they put the phone on like a
Yeah,
shelf,
on the-
and then you can see like the back of someone's head whilst they were working on cutting someone's hair.
yeah, it was like sick fade.
The same happened to me like a year ago during the beginning of my first year. There was somebody, it was like a SAO, I don't know, some meeting, something. Briefing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we saw this guy having a haircut. Not giving the haircut,
Oh.
but having a haircut. It was, we saw the back of his head. And then I
Look
came
at
to
the top of
class.
his-
I came to class like the next day, and I was like, wait, my classmate, his hair looks really familiar. Are you the one who was in the salon yesterday? Oh, you saw that? Yeah, we were like seatmates in Zoom. You were right next to me. Because like that's the thing, right? With Zoom, it's not like they're looking at you if you're paying attention. You're just there for the attendance, most of all.
So what do you rate his haircut?
That's all
Red
fine.
out of 10. Red out of the rainbow.
How do you start? How do you socialize now? How do you get in touch with your classmates? How do you get in touch with friends?
I mean, like the main one would be like WhatsApp and just like Instagram, and then like
Yeah, just social media.
literally social media is the big thing. I guess gaming would be another one if they have
True.
like they share some games. League. Tilt. I mean another one. Guilt trippy would be like guilty pleasure game would be like Fortnite.
Okay.
Your
I'm
love-hate
on dangerous
relationship with
ways.
Fortnite.
Oh god.
And then I guess like Animal Crossing too. Obviously the big outlier out there now as well is freaking Genshin, no?
Anybody who plays Genshin?
Comment down
Comment down below
below.
your UID.
Okay, yeah. So some of the games I play is I
League.
started playing Pokemon Unite a lot now. Yeah,
Well, I
don't
play,
know
I
about
have
this.
it.
Yeah, I know, but I don't tell you.
Yes.
This is why socializing.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Oh no!
See,
Am
we
I
haven't been
witnessing a
talking to
breakup?
each other.
Tune in the next episode to find out.
Oh no! Going back with the whole social
Right,
life
we got
thing
distracted.
and just interact, or like keeping it in contact.
Kardashians.
Keeping in contact with like some of our friends, because like obviously introverted people are like, oh my god, COVID has dawned upon us a blessing. But at the same time, we're like, do we want to go out now? Because I haven't seen people in a while and I kind of miss it. And then there's, on the flip side, we got extroverted people who don't know how to handle themselves on their own. And it's just like, these thoughts alone are dangerous.
Be
I
gone.
can't-
thoughts.
Be gone, thoughts. No more. And then they just internalize them. They just like go on to some self-reflection for once, other than having to go and see people, which gives them the energy to deal with themselves. And then, I guess like that kind of balances out why some extroverted people like hanging on with introverted people.
Actually, I'm an introvert, but
With the right people.
with extroverts, I'm extroverted because like I need to match their energy, but like sometimes I just run out of energy to match with them.
Just suck it out of them.
I know.
Life
They
steal.
just steal the life out of you, man.
Yep, and
Extroverts.
it's too much.
As an extrovert, that kind of
Oh no!
they're stealing the life out of you. I'm like, yeah.
Pretty sure some of you guys are introverted.
Well, now that we've gone into like who you are as a person, personality-wise, we can go into personal growth during this COVID time. So, are there any things that you guys have done, like learn new skills, rediscover old skills?
I discovered my love for drawing again, because like because like during secondary school it was like I lost it because I was in visual arts. So like
It just kind of
at that time I was like I'm just doing work for the
Right,
teacher.
right.
So like it didn't feel any passion in it, but like now that I'm
Because you
spending
have to do it,
now that I'm spending more time alone, it's like I've been loving it. Yeah. So what
In
about
your
you guys?
own time.
Yeah, anything.
I guess, okay, no. Fitness?
I
Not
guess
really.
okay.
Fitness.
Fitness? No, not entirely. It's like more so that you're just keeping track on like tips and tricks on how to like have a healthy lifestyle type thing.
It's like I have so many hobbies that I don't know what I want to do. But no, like maybe sewing. I started to sew my own clothes again because I started in 2018 back in high school, and then I didn't really do it a lot because DSE and stuff. So I didn't have the time to sew my own clothes. And then the pandemic happened, and then I had a lot more time.
Ooh.
So I started watching a lot of sewing videos, like TikTok compilations, thrift flips, whatever. So I started to pick it up again.
Okay.
But
I mean, like another thing that I guess I think some of us have done. I guess
Like-
just a lot of mental internalized, like a lot of existential
Wait,
reflection.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
mental health has been like pretty hard to keep like
you can't hide it anymore.
going. Yeah. And like
But it's good, that more people are talking about it
Exactly.
compared to past generations where it was like a stigma to talk about anxiety.
Shush. You can't talk about it.
Yeah, don't
Don't
ruin
worry
the
about
vibe, But now, yeah, talk about it.
It's like talk about it. You gotta make yourself feel better somehow. Don't
Yeah.
just lie about it to yourself.
okay, so moving on to the therapy session.
Oh, no!
As my math teacher once said,
Yeah.
if you like a certain drink and you're happy with it, keep buying that drink.
Shout out his math teacher.
Mr. Tam!
Okay.
He enjoyed lemon tea, but like basically like his whole thing about that, or like the tip that I'm trying to give out is that if you enjoy a certain thing, don't make it so that you have to do it. Make it so that you enjoy doing it and you just want to constantly have the motivation to do what you love to do.
My tip is just do you. Just like be yourself. I think like a lot of people are like becoming like fake like they have fake personalities because they want to fit in with people nowadays, and like it's also hard because most of the things are online, like classes, so you don't really get to like put out yourself to make new friends during this time. So I would say just be yourself, and the people who like you will come and be friends with you.
Flocking to you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So like, just be yourself.
Stay
What
true
about
to yourself, guys.
Something that I recently started doing was just keep like not exactly a diary, but a list of the things that I did. Journal, yeah, I guess you could say. And then I write everything, like the good things and the bad things. So, when I have a particularly bad day, I just kind of like to read something that good happened and kind of, oh yeah, there's still some good left in the world. Something like that. And a lot of us have had the, relearn our passions.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have passion for something, then you have something to wake up for.
Yeah. Like during this period, it's not a period to be sad. It's a period to like relearn.
Relearn.
Yeah,
learn.
there's a lot of looking in with yourself,
And then hopefully you achieve inner peace.
What?
Inner peace.
Inner peace.
Inner peace.
Thank you for enjoying this video, and be sure to comment.
Like.
Subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications like these. Do check out the content that we have in the description below.
Once again, I'm Peton.
I'm Alan.
And I'm CJ, and this has been
The Right Angle.
Woo! That's a wrap!
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap!